Ben sat quietly on a worn-out wooden bench in the park, his shoulders slumped in disappointment. The late afternoon sun cast long shadows across the grass, but he hardly noticed. His heart felt heavy as he let out a sigh. "Mr. Adam, no matter how hard I try, it feels like no one appreciates what I do. Other people succeed so easily, but I always get overlooked. Maybe I'm just not meant to be great." Mr. Adam, an elderly gardener with gentle eyes and hands worn from years of tending to plants, looked at Ben with a knowing smile. He placed his watering can beside him and sat down next to the troubled young man. "Ben," he said kindly, "I once knew someone who felt exactly the same way you do now, but instead of giving up, he learned a valuable lesson. Let me tell you a story." In a beautiful garden nestled behind an old cottage, two flowers grew side by side, a dandelion and a rose. The rose stood tall and proud, its deep red petals unfolding like silk. People admired its beauty, carefully plucking its blossoms to place in elegant vases. It was the star of the garden, beloved by all. The dandelion, on the other hand, was small and simple. Its bright yellow petals were cheerful, but they did not command the same attention as the rose. When its flowers turned into delicate white seed heads, people often blew them away or pulled the plant from the soil, calling it a weed. One day, as the wind rustled through the garden, the dandelion sighed. "I wish I could be like you, Rose," it said. "People admire your beauty and treat you with care, but I am just an ordinary wildflower. No one wants me. They pluck me out of the ground and throw me away." The rose, hearing the dandelion's sorrow, swayed gently in the breeze and replied with a soft smile. "Oh, little dandelion, do you not see your own worth? Yes, I am admired for my beauty, but my life is short. Once my petals fall, I am forgotten. But you have a gift that I do not. You can travel far, spreading your seeds with the wind, bringing new life wherever you go. You may not sit in fancy vases, but you bring joy to children who make wishes upon your seeds. You cover meadows in golden fields of flowers. You are not just a weed, you are a messenger of hope and resilience." The dandelion listened, unsure if it truly believed the rose's words. Then, one evening, a great storm came. Heavy raindrops pounded the garden and fierce winds tore through the air. The rose, fragile despite its beauty, struggled to withstand the storm. By morning, its petals had fallen, and its once proud stem drooped in defeat. But the dandelion? Its seeds had taken flight, carried by the wind to new places, and soon, across fields and hills, tiny yellow flowers began to bloom. The garden was no longer the only place where the dandelion existed. It had spread far and wide, creating beauty in places it had never imagined before. Mr. Adam turned to Ben, his eyes twinkling. "You see, Ben, not all success looks the same. Some people shine immediately like the rose, while others, like the dandelion, take time to spread their influence. Just because you don't feel appreciated now doesn't mean you are without value. You just need the right environment to grow. Keep doing what you love, keep improving, and one day you'll see how far your impact can reach." Ben lifted his head, his eyes filled with new understanding. He thought about the dandelion, about how it had felt small and insignificant, only to realize its true potential. A small smile appeared on his lips. "I think I get it now, Mr. Adam. Maybe I don't need to be like everyone else. Maybe I just need to keep going, even if I don't see the results right away." Mr. Adam nodded approvingly. "That's the spirit, Ben. Growth takes time, but when you finally bloom, you'll see it was all worth it." Ben stood up, feeling lighter than before. The weight of doubt had not disappeared completely, but something new had taken its place. Hope. He was ready to keep going, just like the dandelion carried by the wind, searching for the perfect place to grow. If you found this story inspiring, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Your support helps us share more uplifting messages with the world.